I am trying my best here. I was working on this side last week. It's really hard getting ducting up into the attic space without a second set of hands. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my I'm hoping today goes a tiny bit better. And for a bit of context, 2 years ago, I bought 18 acres of raw land and decided to build my own home from scratch with very little experience, learning so many new trades along the way. It's been an incredible process seeing this project through, starting with land development and moving towards the rough-in series. And this year, I'm hoping to finish off the house. I have 2 major things that I need to get done before I apply for my framing inspection: the HVAC system and electrical. Last week, I left you off attempting my first ever ducting for the ERV system. So everything about this is pretty much the same so far. You measure, you cut the pipe, you fit it, you screw it in, and then later I'll go over all of the different cracks and crevices with either the tape or the putty. Also, look at my pretty lamp that I thrifted the other day. So classy. This spot is a little tricky. Now for some strapping. Oh, this is so tight. I've run into a bit of a snag. I was going to cut this piece going across the top of the trusses to allow my ducting to go straight through, and now I'm realizing that might be there for a reason. I just thought we had it as a walkboard, but I'm pretty sure it's required to be there for the truss plans. Well, heck. Apparently the brace is supposed to be halfway through the trusses, so I have even more work to do now. So it's actually saying any lateral piece that's over 6 feet tall requires one of these braces. I'm so silly. I need to order more lumber for this. I have a new tactic to kind of make this work and to be able to hold up my pieces here. I put a little piece of wood here. It's just jammed in there. I didn't even use nails. And it's holding up my duct so that it doesn't fall, which makes things so much easier. I wish I thought about this last week. So I have the supply on this side of the house done, other than I need to do the little 4-inch elbow in the other bedroom, and I'm gonna work on the return. This next little part is going to be a bit tricky. I don't exactly know what I need yet. So complicated. No. This guy goes across. Well, with the goal of being transparent, I crimped both sides of this. This side was already in the other one. I don't know how I didn't realize. Anyways, it was already tucked in and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta crimp this side. And so I did. And now I can't get the next piece into this side. It doesn't fit. I almost did it again. I almost just looked at it and went, oh, that's wrong. I think I need more sleep tonight. It's not long enough. I have to go pick up my daughter from day camp because it's March break. I'm not doing it all week, but I just need a few days to get some work done. Anyways, I'm just gonna come back to this tomorrow. I feel like once you make 2 mistakes in a row that you should just chill out and finish off the rest of your day.
I'm back. Yeah.
It's been months. So many people were wondering where Craig went. And
yeah, I was hiding in a cave.
In Florida?
In Florida.
It was like Christmas, and then I had the guy come in for the boiler system, so I didn't need your help. Then we got sick, and they didn't want to get sick, and then they went to Florida, and now they're back. Now I have help.
I brought you a treat.
You brought me a treat? Oh, thank you.
Remember the other day I was talking to you on the phone?
Sure.
I was in Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
And I found something very unique.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I bought it for you anyways.
Really?
Even though you said no. Because they were on sale.
Hip waders.
Hip waders.
I said no because they weren't my size.
So those are yours, size 9. So
okay.
And
I'm gonna try them out.
Size 11 for your husband.
Perfect. Now we can go out in the swamp.
You can go swamping.
Swamping, check things out in there, get sticks
out.
out.
Yeah, go hang out with the geese.
Oh yeah, they're territorial this morning. They're so mad. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm gonna try them out then.
Yeah, try them on, see what you think. I run my pair through. They came up as $14.
$14. That's a steal. We'll go over here, geese. You can have your spot.
Take this with you.
That's definitely smart.
But see, that's how you do it. You just take a stick with you, walk slowly. Now it's getting deeper. They're like, what are you doing? I knew they'd come in handy for you. You could literally walk across this pond.
Craig went out and got the wood for the thing that I realized the other day. We need them for the trusses. There's actually only 4 that we need to do, 2 on each side, on the webs that are taller than 6 feet, whether they're diagonal or vertical. How's my ducting?
It's fine.
It's not. The truss supports are up.
The house will officially not fall down now.
Yeah, with the roof.
The truss supports up.
I'm glad I shoveled the roof off this winter.
Ooh, it's a close one.
And now we're gonna start working on the fire blocking. And then we are not required to have blocking because the walls are shorter than 9 feet. And I think we're gonna do interior walls too to strengthen them up. It's gonna be a day. Sorry, a little bit of a boring day there, Craig.
That's okay.
So hindsight is everything. We should have blocked before we put up OSB and gotten everything to be exactly 14.5-inch spacing.
I was drunk that.
So anyways, we have to write each individual stud out, which is a pain in the butt.
14.5, 14.8, 14 3/8, 14 5/8.
Cut list. I unplugged it. I'm sorry. Craig just cleaned up, as he does.
Yet again.
My whole little section here, it looks so good. We're on to the next section of blocking. One room is officially done. Craig got a little fancy with this one here, but I'm really happy with this wall because now you can barely move it. Before you could wiggle it pretty good because of all the notches cut out for the pipes. And now I just need to get nail plates here and that'll be good to go. Lunchtime.
Lunch number 2. Woo!
Yeah, we ate our brownies. Not sure how you can miss 3 times in a row. Bathroom is done. Nice solid interior walls now. That's much better though. That's pretty solid.
Let me test it.
Earthquake test.
Did it move?
A little. I mean, you did body check it.
That's good though. That's what you want. You want it to be pretty strong against people running into the wall.
It's coming along nicely. We almost have the first half of the house done. One thing I did notice though is I have all of these at 4 feet, which is in the way of the light switches. So now I just have to pay attention to where we have it marked for switches and to make sure that I put it a little bit lower so that they're not in the way. I'm probably gonna have to cut 2 or 3 out for when we go to do switches and put them in a different spot.
Look at that. Bam!
Bam! Just like that. One whole half of the house is done. I just hit Craig with a hammer.
Ow!
On purpose. Just kidding.
Oh, you didn't hit it hard. It just
Surprising.
Surprising. Don't know why I come up and take this abuse.
Third lunch. It is so beautiful out.
You'd think we were in Florida right now.
Yeah, it's so nice sitting in the sun. Okay, with a few outliers, we are officially done. It's official.
All blocked up.
It is, and it looks good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was just a daunting task that I did not want to do by myself. And I was just waiting.
Yeah, we whipped that
for a
off
day.
in pretty fast time.
Yeah, we did. And it looks good. Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome.
Everyone say thank you to Craig.
Bye-bye.
And we'll see him, I don't know, another
Oh,
time.
another time. It won't be long before I'm back up here.
I'm sure it won't be. Good morning. I am back to ducting. A few days ago, I messed up that one piece. I have it recut and refit and ready to go to put up. Hopefully I can finish off this side within the next hour or 2. Shouldn't take too long, fingers crossed. I really appreciate doing this because I get to pick out where I want the vent to come in the room in comparison to where the lights are. So it'll be 2 pot lights, 1, 2, 2 pot lights with the vent in the middle, and then 2 pot lights here, and then 1 pot light in the shower. go. Centered and everything. Centered from side to side. 37.5, 37.5. Yay. It's official, 1/2 of the house is done. I just have to deal with this exhaust into the kitchen, but I don't have everything I need with me. I am trying to not leave projects unfinished and leave them for another day, because during this whole build, I've noticed that's something that I tend to do. Oh, I'll fix that another time. I'll do that another time so that I can get on to the bigger and exciting things. So instead of doing that, I'm going to try to finish up the plumbing that I cut up here. Since now the ducting is in place and we know where it's going, I got my piece. Unfortunately, I had to use a lot of couplers, but it's just a vent. So as long as I use enough glue, it'll be fine. Another project completed. The venting is fixed. I would really like to get all of this ducting done by the end of this week, and I don't know if that's too big of a goal. I have this first half of the house done, and now for this half, I have 2 supplies, 1 exhaust, and the actual ERV unit to put up. A lot of people asked why I went down and underneath my cabinetry for my supply and return, and valid question. I don't think I've explained this. I would much rather the ducting be hidden under the cabinetry than a bulkhead to be built, and then like a really weird looking portion here, and then a bulkhead all the way down. There's only going to be 1 visible bulkhead. It's coming across this section here. All right, the 6-inch one is the exhaust. I had to bend it a little to fit it into the stud. There's always one little thing that is caught on. Oh shoot, I just ripped my jacket. Like, I just don't know how to make this work. I find this is the hardest part of the ducting, is just fitting everything together. It just doesn't want to. Yay! I got it in and it's doing the same thing as the other side did. It's splitting at the bottom, so I'm just gonna get it sucked in with the screws because there's not much else I can do. It's frustrating because it's not even all the way down and connected, but the bottom is starting to separate. See the difference? And splits. So the next piece that's going in is going into the maintenance room. I don't know how I'm gonna cut it out, truthfully. There's no room for this. I made some flowers. And since there's a little bit more room here with less studs in the way on this side, I'm gonna try the jigsaw again. There's still stuff getting in the way, but it's easier. The jigsaw actually did work pretty well. And with those cut, it's back to ducting. There we go. No issues at all. It's a new day. I'm really hoping I can get the majority of it up today. I feel like I have a good flow and it's cold, so I want to get it done. It's like -6. Working with metal when it's cold, it friggin' sucks. I have 2 supplies to bring over to the other end of the house. And why do I have to bring 2 supplies over? It's because you can't have like 2 things run off of a secondary line. You can only have 1. So both of them need to be on their own line, even though the one is coming out in the bedroom here and the next one is coming out in the living room over here. And it's official, I do require the runner board that's here is not just a runner board, it is for structure, which means I will be fixing the other side next week. Oh, the little things. I can't believe I messed that up. So because I can't cut that runner board and I have to go over top of the runner board, this actually makes things easier because the ducting can just sit on top of here and that makes it easier for installation. I'm not gonna screw them in because I wanna check with my inspector to see if that's a good enough support or if I have to use plumber strapping to like the trusses above. So I'm just gonna toss these in temporarily, or maybe it'll be a permanent solution, I'm not sure. It's gonna have to cut a piece here so this elbow rests on top of the 2x3. Putting a straight piece over top of your own crimped tee is probably my least favorite thing to put together. They rarely ever fit, and I'm ripping this vapor barrier, frig. And then this starts separating, like, seriously. There's no winning here. Just gonna screw that in where it is on either side of the split so that it stops splitting, and then I'll tape it up because there's no way around it, is what I'm noticing. I need to pre-drill this shit. It's not working for me. Okay, I'm glad I brought out my second drill to be able to pre-drill. That was awesome. Hopefully the most tricky portion and tightest little portion of the ducting is done for the day. Time to kick it into hyperdrive. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to bring the return from the bathroom, like where I wanted it placed, whether it was gonna be kind of like over this section or over kind of closer to where the shower is. And I decided over here because then there's less kind of stuff in the way in the maintenance room. So the tee is gonna go up in this bulkhead as well, and have a piece cut and fit and ready to go for that spot. There we go. There we go, yay! A little bit trickier than I thought, but we're in. I have my like temporary support here a little bit higher because this has to get over top of the ABS plumbing going right across here.
You know what I mean?
Finally done. There's just a few little things that I have to do another week. I do have to strap it all. I'm basically wondering how to strap it so that I can fit the insulation around it. Because earlier I thought that I didn't need to put insulation around it, that the blow-in insulation could just go on top and it would be fine. But I do have to have this like wrap insulation around it. And so I have to have room for that, which I have on this side by putting these pieces of blocking underneath, but then I'm gonna need to strap it all. So I'm not sure how to make this all work because I can't insulate it until after it's all inspected, and I can't really strap it easily till then. And so I have to kind of like temporarily strap it. I don't know what my inspector wants, so I need to get that done. I have to get this guy through to the other side, but I don't have the right part for it yet, and same with the exhaust in the kitchen. I have to get that guy through. And then this side, I do have to kind of fuss around with it a little bit because I didn't make room for insulation to be wrapped around it. So that's a little bit more tricky. I think I just have to loosen some things, maybe extend a couple of pieces. But again, that's gonna be another week. And then for the actual ERV system going on this wall and the inline duct heater, I'm going to wait to install all of that until after my electrical inspection is done. That's it for this week. I have so many little detailed things that I have to get done before this framing inspection. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's a huge help to me and my family because it increases YouTube engagement, pushing my content out to more people. And if you're looking for a little bit of extra content from me, you can head over to my Instagram that's completely free, or I have a YouTube memberships platform. So check that out, linked in my description below.
And for next weekend over Easter, I will not be posting so I can spend more time with my family. And if I ever don't post on a Sunday, you'll always be updated in the community tab when you click on my channel. This is where you can also see the membership posts for the bonus pack, also underneath the memberships tab. Thank you so much for joining along, and I will see you in a few weeks.